Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're getting ready for the IELTS speaking test, then today's video is exactly what you need. We're going to dive into the most common questions you'll face in IELTS Speaking Part 1. These are the ones examiners ask time and time again. I'll give you band 8 sample answers to help you sound confident and natural. By the end of this lesson, you'll know exactly how to structure your answers, extend them fluently, and really impress the examiner with your everyday English skills. So, grab your notebook, and let's get started. Before we jump into the questions, let's quickly break down what Part 1 is all about. Think of it as the introduction and interview section of your speaking test. It lasts for about 4 to 5 minutes, and the focus is on familiar, everyday topics like your home, work, studies, hobbies, food, or the weather. The goal here is to test how naturally and fluently you can discuss these simple subjects. The examiner will ask you short questions, and your job is to answer in about 2 to 4 sentences. Remember, not too short, but not too long either. A key tip here: avoid giving one-word answers. Always try to add a reason, an example, or your opinion. For instance, if the examiner asks, "Do you like music?" don't just say, "Yes, I do." Instead, try something like, "Yes, I love listening to music because it helps me relax after a stressful day." See the difference? That's what we're aiming for. Alright, let's start with one of the most common topics: your hometown. An examiner might ask, "Where is your hometown?" A great answer would be, "My hometown is Lahore, a vibrant city in Pakistan. It's famous for its rich culture, delicious food, and historical landmarks." Then they might follow up with, "Do you like living there?" You could say, "Yes, I really enjoy living in Lahore. The people are friendly, and there's always something exciting happening, from festivals to street food markets." And what if they ask, "Has your hometown changed much?" A good response is definitely, "Over the past few years, it's become much more modern with new shopping malls and better public transport, but it still keeps its traditional charm." A quick tip for this section: use descriptive adjectives like vibrant, peaceful, lively, or historic to make your answers more engaging. Next up, another classic topic: work or studies. If you're a student, the examiner might ask about your studies. If you have a job, they'll ask about your work. Let's imagine they ask, "Do you work or study?" You could reply, "I'm currently studying computer science at university. It's a fascinating subject because it allows me to solve real-world problems using technology." Then they might ask, "Why did you choose that subject?" A strong answer would be, "I've always been interested in how technology shapes our world. Studying computer science gives me the skills to create something meaningful, like apps or websites." If they ask, "Do you enjoy your studies?" you could say, "Yes, absolutely, even though it's challenging. I enjoy learning new programming languages and working on group projects." My tip here is to use a variety of verbs like enjoy, prefer, focus on, or specialize in to show your vocabulary range. Now, let's talk about hobbies and free time. Everyone gets asked about this. A common question is, "What do you usually do in your free time?" You could say, "In my free time, I enjoy reading and watching documentaries. It's a great way to relax and learn something new at the same time." Another question could be, "Do you prefer spending your free time alone or with others?" A natural answer would be, "It depends on my mood. Sometimes I love spending time alone to recharge, but other times I enjoy hanging out with my friends at a cafe or watching movies together." What if they ask, "Do you have any hobbies you'd like to learn?" You could respond with, "Yes, I'd love to learn photography. Capturing beautiful moments and places really inspires me." When you're talking about hobbies, try using expressions like "I'm really into," "I'm passionate about," or "I find it relaxing too," to add more personality to your answers. Food is another favorite IELTS topic. So if the examiner asks, "What kind of food do you like?" you could say, "I love spicy food, especially traditional dishes like biryani. I think spicy meals have more flavor and excitement." Then, they might ask, "Do you prefer eating at home or in restaurants?" A good response is, "I prefer eating at home because it's healthier and more comfortable, but occasionally, I enjoy dining out with friends to try new cuisines." And a final food question: what is a popular dish in your country? You could say, "One of the most popular dishes is kebab. It's made from grilled meat and served with naan and chutney. Everyone loves it." A little tip here: try to avoid repeating, "I like." Instead, use phrases like "I'm a big fan of," "I really enjoy," or "I have a weakness for." To make your language more varied, technology-related questions are becoming more and more common. An examiner might ask, "Do you use technology often?" You could reply, "Yes, almost every day. I use my phone for studying, socializing, and even managing my daily tasks." Then, they might ask, "What technology do you find most useful?" A great answer is, "I'd say my smartphone. It's like having everything in my pocket, from maps to music to communication tools." What about, do you think people use technology too much these days? For this, a balanced answer is best. Probably yes. Many people spend too much time on social media, which can be distracting. However, if used wisely, technology is extremely helpful. Using balanced answers like this, showing both pros and cons, makes you sound more thoughtful and sophisticated. Let's move on to another popular topic, travel. If asked, do you like traveling, you could say, yes, I absolutely love traveling. It helps me learn about new cultures and meet people from different backgrounds. A follow-up might be, what's your favorite place you visited? You could share, my favorite place so far is Dubai. The city is modern, clean, and full of energy. The skyline is breathtaking. Then, what if they ask, do you prefer traveling alone or with others? You might answer, I prefer traveling with friends because we can share experiences and create great memories together. To make your travel answers stand out, use exciting adjectives like breathtaking, unforgettable, relaxing, or fascinating. So, here's a quick final reminder on how to get that band 8+ score. The key is to extend your answers. Don't just stop at one sentence. First, state your opinion. Then, explain why you feel that way. And finally, give an example. For instance, if the question is, do you like watching movies? A great answer would be, yes, I do. Watching movies helps me unwind after studying. I especially enjoy thrillers because they keep me engaged till the end. And that's it for today's video. We've covered the most common IELTS Speaking Part 1 questions, complete with Band 8 sample answers and plenty of useful tips to help you sound natural and confident. Now, it's your turn to practice. Choose 3 questions from this video, record yourself answering them, and then listen back. Check your fluency and see where you can improve. If you found this lesson helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more IELTS lessons every week. Good luck with your speaking test, and I'll see you in the next one.